Hey, it's Monday. I woke up this morning and realised I didn't end the vlog yesterday. There's a bit of story to that. So, I'm currently in the van, parked outside the digs I stayed in last night, where I've just, made the speediest exit I possibly could. I, formulated a plan and just left. I've been trying to think of why. And the best thing I can come up with was I got just a bad feeling. I got there yesterday, and don't get me wrong, it was very comfortable, it was very nice, in my own space. But I just got this feeling that I couldn't shake all night. Now, because we had a matinee yesterday, I got in at probably just about 5:30, and then sat there being like, do I go to bed? Or because of the schedule that I'm on, where I'm on shows that start at 7:30, what I do is I get home, I get back to digs, do the paperwork, and then go immediately to bed. But it's 5 p.m. I can't go to bed. I'll wake up at 2 a.m. Anyway, I sat there in these digs, just so fucking just weirded out by all these bad vibes that I eventually got to sleep. And I just I woke up a couple times, and this morning I got up and left, pretty much. And I cannot truly explain why or the cause of these bad vibes. I just had them. I was like, I just gotta leave. So here I am. And if I go straight to Woodbridge, which is our next destination, I'll be there at 20 to 12. I'm going to be there 2 hours before I need to be there. So what the plan is for me is we're going to get about halfway and stop and see what there is to do in this place for a bit and try and kill some time, and then head on up. I really can't explain why I had these vibes. I just did. Let's go. Let's just some place where I feel slightly better.
It's much later. And we are, in fact, all set up. There it is. In a low lighting state. I've had a day, let me tell you. This venue is a cinema. It's not built as a theatre. And we knew that. And we were also told several times by venue that they were not a theatre. And this was drilled into us. Let's just stick with it was drilled in. I got here. There were no technical staff. The technical staff that I had been emailing back and forth were not here, despite saying that one of them would be. They had got a third party in, which is fine, but no one had told me he was coming, and then he came late. Oh, that's what that happened. What happened was they turned the heating on and there was a big swelling noise and it got me concerned. Anyway, we sorted it. It's not ideal, but we're here and the show is going ahead and we'll just deal with it. Today has not been the greatest day. Yesterday was good. Yesterday was honestly really good. The day before, I've had a good spate of a couple of days, so we were due a not very good one, but we had it, and it's just today I've got to deal with, and then tomorrow is a whole different kettle of fish. But it should be all right. I've got to go and give the half now, so they know where we're at. So despite all that, The show actually went very well. We had 130 people in, and they all enjoyed it. So, swings and roundabouts. It worked out in the end. I've been this evening just reviewing some of the Sassteroid we got coming up, catching up on some of the stuff I haven't watched, and taking a look at some upcoming things because Owen asked me to. So we've got the first episode of Sonic of the Black Knight releasing next Monday, which is out by the time this comes out, so I'm not going to worry about it being like a spoiler, because it will be out. So I just reviewed the first episode of that, and I'm putting on, making sure the descriptions are up to date. Not that anybody looks at the descriptions, but it makes me feel good. Yeah, it's going well. It's going to be interesting looking at Sassteroid. Sassteroid's got some interesting times coming up. I'm obviously not featuring a whole lot on the channel, pretty much from now to the end of the year, because today the last episode of Zelda Month came out, and I thought it went really well. We produced a shitload of Zelda content, which is nice. But from now on, I'm only on the channel once a week as opposed to twice because of my busy schedule. So Sonic of the Black Knight is kind of filling in for the lack of Pokemon. Oh wait, yeah, that means it's not coming out next Monday. It's coming out the Monday after that. Yeah, I go on to just a Sunday into the Tears of the Kingdom slot because of my job, which is fine. Yeah. Tomorrow we're in Southend, which will be interesting because I've never been to Southend before, adding another place I've never been to before. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm going home at the end of this week. I did another look and found out it was actually more beneficial for me to go home Saturday night. So I've got Sunday to do stuff. It's kind of a stopgap between two stops of the tour, between East Grinstead and Taunton. So it won't make the drive that much shorter, but it will be slightly more bearable. Looking at dates as well, it's going to be interesting because we've got the rest of this week leading into November, because tomorrow is Halloween, the last day of October. The rest of this week, and then we've got next week, and then it's pretty much done. We got like one day in Chelmsford the week after that, but it's done. It's going to be weird when it's finished, I think. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. All right, I'm going to head to bed now, as you can tell, and I will see you tomorrow for more of the same, probably.